part one of a 3-part series where we are taking the NBA. So the NBA came up with a top 75 list.
Mm-hmm.
Our friends at ESPN ranked those 75. In fact, well, 76, I guess, technically.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to draft 3 teams. Players 51 through 76, according to the ESPN rankings, will be today. Next week, part 2, we're going to do players 26 through 50. And then part 3, we're going to make our teams with the top 25. So we're going to jump. I'll let you go ahead if you have anything while I'm pulling up the list.
I got my list right in front of me, Tone.
You got your list in front of you. Ready to go?
I got my list right in front of me, man, and it looks pretty serious, man. It does. It looks pretty serious. We got a bunch of guys on this list. It looks like it's real point guard heavy, though. This list right here, real point guard heavy, and a lot of guys on this list where you can basically start your team with this guy, right? You can start your team with this guy. Not really a lot of big men and not really a lot of big guys in here, but there are some big guys. But not a lot. But it's real point guard heavy. So
here's the thing: you're gonna have to make your pick and say this is gonna be my point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, and then 6th man. Okay, that's how we're gonna do this.
Absolutely.
On the last draft that we did, we redrafted the All-Star team. I went first. I think I won. So I'm gonna let you go first. You get the number 1 pick.
All right. So again, Tone, I'm starting my team with a point because this is very point guard heavy. So I'm starting my team with a lead guard. And wow, Tone, this is really tough. I'm not going with Russell Westbrook. I'm going to start my team with a big man. I'm starting my team with Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis. He goes the complete opposite way.
I'm starting my team with Anthony Davis.
And you're putting him at center or power forward?
I'm putting Anthony Davis at the 4 spot.
At the 4 spot, okay. Excuse me. I was gonna say because if you put him at the 5, he's gonna get mad at you.
Yeah, he's not gonna play.
He doesn't like that. He doesn't like that. All right.
I'm gonna put him at the 5.
I'm looking at this team. And I'm looking at this list. Excuse me. And I agree with you. There's a lot of guards. There's a lot of scoring.
Yes.
Very few big men and very little defense. I'm gonna build my team. I'm gonna start with what there's the least of in this draft, and I'm gonna take the best person, the best big with the best defense. I'm going to start my team around him because everything else, then I can pick the best offensive player because I know I got an anchor on D, and I'm taking the crazy one. I'm taking Dennis Rodman as my 4.
To start. Dennis to start. All right. I like Dennis to start.
He's number 1, 2 all time, and it depends on who you ask defensively. I'm starting with some defense.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over to the 5 spot, and my man played the 4, but he was just as effective at the 5. But I'm going to leave him at the 4, so I'm going to I'll leave him at the 4. But my 5 is going to be Robert Parrish.
I knew you were doing that. I knew you were doing that. He was almost going to be my number 1 because I'm like, there's not a lot of centers out there. All right, let's see. All right, so I've got my defender. Now I want to get someone who can score, but also, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna stick with my guy. Got a scorer. One of the best most underrated scorers, maybe. He was on my Showtime Lakers. I'm gonna put him at the 3. I'm taking James Worthy.
Okay. I'm gonna counter your Laker pick, and I'm gonna go with my 3-man and Iceman.
That's a good one. That is a good one. George Gervin. All right. All right. Let's see. Now here's where I'm thinking I got options. I've got options. I know where I want to go with 1 pick, so I'm going to save that one because I don't think you're going there. All right. I'm going to go with a guy who some people don't even think deserves to be on this list. But if I'm starting a franchise, I'm looking at this list. He's number 75. But he's led his team. He can score. He can shoot. He's got everything I need to work with Worthy and Dennis Rodman. I'm going with It's Dame time.
All right, no problem. You're going with Dame time. I can get with that logic, sure. But I already got my 5-man in Parrish. I got my 4-man in Anthony Davis. I got my small forward in Iceman. So I need a shooting guard, right? I need a shooting guard. And I'm a huge Sam Jones guy. I don't like Sam Jones. I love Sam Jones. But Drex is my guy.
You had me fooled. I thought you were gonna take Sam Jones. I'm like, perfect, because then Drexler slides to me.
No way. I'm going with Drex.
All right, so you're taking Drex. Mm-hmm. So you got Clyde Drexler, George Gervin, Anthony Davis, Robert Parrish. I got Damian Lillard, Worthy, Rodman. Let's see. I'm looking at this team. I also need a shooting guard, and it was going to be Clyde Drexler.
Mm-hmm. But he's no longer available. He's not available.
He is no longer available. I see that. So I'm gonna go. It's a good thing this is a fantasy draft, because these two guys would kill each other, because one's a Celtic and one's a Laker. I'm going with Paul Pierce as my shooting guard.
Hey, I don't mind Paul Pierce at all. I don't mind Paul Pierce at all. At the 2, yeah, because Paul Pierce lights up the scoreboard. That's
I got scorers. I got defense. I'm ready.
Well, what I need at the point guard is I need a distributor. All right, I got buckets at the 2, right? In Drex and in Iceman. I got my dirty work 4-man who's a defender who can score, and I got my buckets on the box in Robert Parrish, right? So now I need a distributor. I need a playmaker. And the guy that I'm going with that is a guy who didn't not only led the league in scoring, because he can give me scoring too, but he could also distribute because he led the league in assists too. And that's Tiny Archibald.
That's a good pick. Tiny Archibald. All right. So I got a center left. I got a 6th man. Well, you already got your center. I doubt that you're going to take my center. So I'm going to look at a 6th man. So when I look at who's left, we've got names like Reggie Miller, Pete Maravich, Earl Monroe, Willis Reed. It's actually a pretty stack. Elvin Hayes.
Yeah.
Sam Jones is still out there. Paul Arzine led the league in scoring twice. He only played 10 seasons and he missed 2 to serve in the military. Was an All-NBA or every year.
Yes, sir.
We got Russell Westbrook. But I'm going to go with, because I want scoring. I want more scoring off my bench. And off this list, there's one guy who's just a bucket. And that's my main man, Carmelo Anthony, as my 6th man.
All right. I can get with Carmelo. All right. What you know me, Tone. You know how I feel about the big guy. And not only how I feel about the big guy, how we got muscle in the middle and we got dirty work guys. We're not going to lose when you got dirty work guys and you got some muscle in the middle. So my first guy off the bench is going to be Elvin Hayes.
That was going to be my guy. I didn't think you were going to pick him. Elvin Hayes.
Yes, sir.
Right. So now I'm looking at this list and I need a big. And I was eyeing this guy. Elvin Hayes was going to be my guy. However, it's another center. Another center that people don't talk enough about. And I know he played a long time ago, but just remember, my team has Damian Lillard, Paul Pierce, James Worthy, Dennis Rodman, and Carmelo Anthony. So we're going to bring in as our big man, Dolph Shays.
All right. I can definitely dig Dolph Shays. Sure. No doubt about that.
So here we go. So here's the lineups, and we're going to ask our people to vote. So OG, Chilltown 32. He's got Tiny Archibald at the point, Clyde Drexler at the 2, George Iceman Gervin at the 3, Anthony Day-to-Day Davis as his power forward, Robert the Chief Parrish at center, and Elvin Hayes coming off the bench as his 6th man. I think I'm going with a little younger lineup. I'm going with Damian Lillard at the point, Paul Pierce at the 2, James Worthy at the 3, Dennis the Menace Rodman at my 4, Dolph Shays at my man in the middle, and off the bench, Carmelo Anthony. So let us know which team wins in a 7-game series and why.